Hi there, welcome to another video here at Prof. Paul B. And today we'll be looking at the functional requirements for assignment 4 for my fall 2021 class of Java 3 at Sheridan College. And it's a very simple application, basically a library database where it has books and reviews. It currently has 2 books, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, as well as The Martian by Andy Weir. So let's go ahead and take a look a little bit. I'm not logged in, so this application has security, and it also has a few RESTful API endpoints, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Let's take a look at the reviews for The Martian. So here's a review. We can see the book, reviews for The Martian by Andy Weir. Great science fiction book about an astronaut stranded on Mars. And notice, if you want to leave a review, you can by logging in here. So let's go ahead and log in. And I'm going to use Bugs. Let's go ahead and use Daffy. Yeah, Daffy was pre-populated there. And Daffy is actually an administrator, and we're going to take a look at a little bit more stuff later. So, and notice we have a register here. We'll look at that in a bit as well. Let's go ahead and log in. So now I logged in, and it brought me back to the library database. But now if I go to the Martian, I can actually add a review. So let's go ahead and add a review, and I'm just going to say I enjoyed this book as well. Okay, very simple, very simple review. And we go ahead and add it, and it comes back to the reviews page. And if I go back to the index and I view, we can see that that was actually posted there. Okay. And something else that you should notice is there's a add a book link. So that is only available because I logged on as Daffy Duck. So let's just go and add a new book, and let's just go ahead and add Pray by Michael Crichton. Oh, how do you spell his name? I think it's this one. Okay. So let's go ahead and add that book. And notice now we have the book by Michael Crichton, Pray. It's a very good book. And we can view, and I can add a review because I'm a admin, but I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to go and log in as Bugs Bunny, who's just a regular user. So let's go ahead and do that. So I logged out, and I'm going to log in as Bugs Bunny. And I'm going to log in. And now now I'm logged in as Bugs Bunny. Notice I can add a review. And notice when there's no reviews, it does say there's no review yet. Be the first to review. So let's go ahead and put a review. And I thought the nanobugs idea was cool. And a great book. Okay. So again, just go ahead and add the review, and there we go. And now if we go back to the index, we can see the Pray is there. We can view the review I just did. And now the one thing I would like to do is, now I'm logged in as Bugs, and Bugs does not have admin rights. Or what did I call it here? I called it, admin rights. So let's try, I'm going to try and go to add book directly. Actually, it's admin/admin, admin/add book. And notice it gives me a permission denied. Okay. So and actually, I just want to show you, it actually also printed out in the console that Bugs was trying to access that area that they're not allowed to access. Okay, so now we're just going to go back to the index, and one last thing I want to show you is you can actually, if you want to log in, here's your login screen, and if you're not registered, you can actually register. So here, let's go ahead and register. Who could we register? Let's go into the into the field of Avengers, and we're just going to put Gamora, and we'll put the password for Gamora to be Thanos, okay, for lack of a better one. Okay, so let's go ahead and register. Notice it says thanks for registering. It didn't log her on though, so if she wants to log on, she has to click here. And let's go ahead and do Gamora. And we put that password as Thanos. Of course, in production, you probably put this as the asterisk for the password field. So I'm going to go ahead and log on. And now I'm going to go to which one can I go to? I'll go to the 7 Habits. Gamora read that book. She can add a review now. And she can say, I enjoyed, or whatever, enjoyed the Circle of Influence. Okay. I enjoyed the concept. Here we go. Of Circle of Influence. Okay. Okay. Again, I'm just doing this very quickly. So let's just go ahead and add that review. So you notice her review got added. And going back to index, again, we go up here. We see that the review is there. Okay. So that's about it. Okay. So really, what did we see? We see that, let's log on as Daffy, who is an admin. We log in as Daffy, and we have a link here, add a book. And Daffy can also leave reviews, okay, but only Daffy can actually add books. And we saw that any other user cannot. So here, let me just log in as Gamora. And again, Gamora, let's try the admin/add book. And notice permission denied. Okay, so what is that telling you? That's saying that whenever you register a new user, it's always just a regular user, never the admin. And there's no, in class we did an example where you could actually select the user roles, but this one, the user role is only user. Okay, and that's about it. But what I want you also to do, because we started the web services, I want you to create a few REST web service entry points for the application. And okay, so now we're looking at Postman. And we do have a few entry points from an API, a RESTful API perspective. Notice here I have a get to localhost 8080/books. And if I go ahead and send that, notice here in the response, I have a JSON structure, and notice it's an array, and we have all of our books. So here's our 7 Habits with the reviews. Here's The Martian with the reviews, and here's Prey with that one review that we put in. So here we have the So that's the get books. We can also specify a specific book, and notice if I'm doing a specific book, it's no longer a JSON array, but a JSON object, and that contains the book for book number 2, which is The Martian, and it contains the reviews as well. So that's the get. We also have a get reviews. If we want to do, for example, here we have books/2/reviews. Go ahead and send that, and notice we get an array of the reviews for that particular book. And we also have one. This is a little bit, and we also have the add review. And here we can actually add a review. In production, you'd have some security, but it's a little bit beyond the scope of this course. However, let's go ahead and let's add a review using our Postman. And notice here it's a post at localhost 8080/books. And notice here the JSON structure that I'm sending in is simply a book ID and a text. So if we just take a look at the app, if we just take a look at our application, here we are. And The Martian, we take a look at that. I enjoyed, there's a couple of reviews that we did earlier. So if we go back to Postman, and let's go ahead and add this review. Go ahead and send. And notice first we'll look at our library, and let's go ahead and do a refresh on book 2, and notice that actually was done, that was added. And now if we go back to Postman, we'll see, notice that we have the 201 created, and in the location, this is in the headers, and in the location we actually have, we're sending back the URL for that particular book. Okay, so we have the we added the review for book 2, and basically 201 means we created the review, and I'm actually sending back the address of the actual book. Okay, so that's about it. That's the functional requirements for the assignment 4 fall 2021 for my Java 3 class. So that's about it. That covers pretty well all the functionality of the application. And make sure you take a look at the specs as well for the project structure. And that's about it. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of the day. And please comment, rate, and or subscribe. Bye.